JBL Pulse 5 was released in February of 2023, so it has been out in the market for just a little under a year now. And after using it for quite some time, I want to share with you guys all of its cool features and if I still think it's worth it for 250 bucks. Taking a closer look at the speaker itself, you can tell that it has a very unique build with this thick clear plastic shell wrapping around the speaker. We have the JBL branding on the front here, a nice carrying strap on the back, which actually feels very thick and premium. We have this tweeter firing upward on the top with the passive bass radiator on the bottom, and of course the RGB lighting, which is the centerpiece of the Pulse 5. These RGB lights on the bottom surrounding this passive bass radiator is actually new because the older Pulse 4 didn't have it, and I actually love how JBL added these because when the speaker is set down, it lights up the bottom surface area, which just adds a bit more flair to the overall lighting. And since we are talking about the lighting, let me show you guys what this thing can do. You will absolutely want to download the JBL Portable app because that's what's going to allow you to change between different lighting modes and do some other important things as well. When you first open up the app, you will be brought to the screen right here with the speaker name at the top and its battery life right underneath it. Under Light Show, you can see all of the different lighting categories, and if you want to click Edit, you can actually switch between these different lighting colors within each of these categories. For example, under the nature category, we have a campfire, which looks pretty close to an actual fire, and I'll show you what that looks like. There's Aurora, Sea Waves, which is this cool blue color, and Universe, which kind of has this space feel to it. Now I want to go ahead and show you guys each of these light modes, so I'm going to stop talking and scroll through these quickly here, just so you can see everything the Pulse 5 can do. Feel free to skip this part of the video if you don't want to see all of the different lighting modes. And jumping back into the main screen of the JBL Portable app, we can also change the RGB lighting to a main color that you prefer within this color wheel, like red. We can change it to yellow or blue, and I think you guys get the point. I really enjoy this though because it gives me that option to choose whatever color mood I am going for in the moment. Now thankfully we can turn all of the lights on or off, and we can adjust the brightness of the lighting, which comes in really handy if you don't want the lights overpowering in a dark room. We can turn the main RGB lighting off by tapping this little circle right here, and we can turn off the mini RGB lighting on the bottom by pressing this circle. We do have this slider right here that allows us to control the brightness, as you can see here. Underneath the lighting controls, we have this tempo slider, which allows you to control the speed of the pulsing lights, which is very useful when you want it to have more slow or fast-paced lighting. This right here is a fully customizable EQ that allows us to slightly change the audio based on your personal preference. If you're a bass fan like myself, you can put the bass all the way up and turn down the mids and treble, and I really like messing around with this and trying to find new EQ settings that sound really good. This ambient sound feature right here is something that I absolutely love, and if you want different background noises, you can play these with a set time limit of up to 60 minutes long. If we select the little ocean circle right here and press play, the Pulse 5 will automatically play an audio recording of the ocean with the Sea Waves lighting mode, just like this. This is great for those of you who need some sort of background noise to help you fall asleep, or if you just want to add some noise to a room for extra ambiance. Let's go ahead and show you guys the other 4 ambient sounds though, because I think they are really cool. This right here is the night mode. We have the campfire mode, which is my personal favorite and sounds extremely realistic. I think this one right here is supposed to be sounds from a forest, but it has a lot of chirping birds. And then this last one is a water stream. The cool thing with these ambient sounds though is we can actually play multiple of them at the same time. So if you want to have the campfire sound going while the ocean one is, you can do that and listen to just how good it sounds. At the bottom of the app, we can turn the feedback tone on or off, which is just the sounds that the speaker makes when turning it on and pairing your device. We have the user guide right here. Underneath it, it says that the software is up to date, and the Party Boost section at the bottom here allows you to connect the JBL Pulse 5 to another JBL speaker that supports the Party Boost function. And that's everything you need to know about the JBL portable app, but let's go ahead and talk more about the speaker here. Taking a closer look at the buttons, they are now on the back, which is much more streamlined than the buttons on the previous Pulse 4, because those buttons were spread out around the top of the speaker, versus here they are all together in one place. Of course, we have the power and Bluetooth button right here at the top. You can use the sun button to switch between the different lighting modes like this. And we have the JBL Party Boost button that allows you to connect another JBL Party Boost speaker together so that they can play music at the same time simultaneously. Underneath that, there is a little LED light bar that shows us how much battery we have left, and of course a USB-C port to juice up the speaker when it needs to be charged, which is pretty cool. In terms of battery life, the JBL Pulse 5 can last up to 12 hours on a full charge, which is decent but not great. And of course the battery will depend on how loud you're playing your music, and of course how bright the RGB lighting is as well. I have found that it takes just about 4 hours to fully charge the speaker up with the included USB-C cable, which isn't too bad, but it is on the longer side. Now this speaker is IP67 certified, which means it can be fully submerged in 3 feet of water for 30 minutes, so you don't have to have any worries about getting it wet at the pool, the beach, or even if you get caught in some rain. Durability wise, the speaker is rugged enough to be brought to most places, but I do recommend being careful not to drop it, because I just don't know how well this plastic shell would hold up. For myself, it's held up really well, but I also haven't dropped it that much, and obviously you don't want to get a lot of scratches on it. I have also found myself kind of trying to grab the speaker with one hand, and it kind of slips really easily because it's super smooth. So I am really happy that we have this nice carrying strap on the back. When it comes to the Bluetooth connection, this does have Bluetooth 5.3, which I am really happy with, and we can connect the Pulse 5 to 2 different devices at once thanks to the multi-point connectivity, which is a huge help when playing music with different phones or devices. And I know you guys are probably wondering what this thing sounds like, so let's go ahead and jump into the audio test.
place, a new home for a while. Let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way.
I know a sound test isn't the best depiction of audio because you're listening to the speaker through this video on your device, but it is better than nothing. Sound quality wise, what do I think about the JBL Pulse 5? Well, in my opinion, I think the overall sound quality is really good for a speaker with this many RGB lights. The bass does have a nice kick to it, and the instruments and vocals are pretty crisp as well. Now the sound isn't quite as good as the JBL Charge 5, which I believe you can find for $180 right now, so it's a little bit less than this one. But the main focus with the Pulse 5 isn't just the audio, but of course the lighting effects as well. That being said, I still do really enjoy the sound of the JBL Pulse 5, and I think that any average person that just wants a fun portable speaker will be able to enjoy the audio from the 5, even though it's not incredible. Now for those of you who are wondering what's the difference between the Pulse 5 versus the older Pulse 4, the 5 is now slightly larger and heavier, weighing just about 2.3 pounds. We now have the EQ setting in the JBL portable app for the Pulse 5, which the 4 doesn't have, and the 4 doesn't have those cool ambient sounds. I think the RGB lighting looks a bit better in the Pulse 5, especially with the new lights at the bottom here, and the overall audio quality is improved a bit as well with slightly deeper bass. So who is the JBL Pulse 5 for, and is it still worth it? Well, if you're someone who wants a fun portable speaker with some of the best RGB lighting and pretty good sounding audio, I definitely think the JBL Pulse 5 is still a great option, as it hasn't even been in the market for longer than a year at the time I uploaded this video. But if you don't enjoy the lighting effects that much and you just want better sound and a more rugged exterior, you should definitely check out the JBL Charge 5 because you can find it between $170 and $180 right now, which is a little bit cheaper than the Pulse 5. Plus, it has a longer battery life and it sounds a little bit better as well. If you guys do want to check out the JBL Pulse 5 or even the JBL Charge 5, I put the links for both of these speakers in the description below this video for the most outdated prices. But what do you guys think about the Pulse 5? Let me know in the comments down below and I will try my best to get back to you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up as it helps my videos way more than you'd think. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content just like this. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!